legal, ethical, and professional issues in information security. To effectively minimize liabilities and reduce risks, information security practitioners must grasp the scope of an organization's legal and ethical responsibilities. This involves understanding the current legal environment, staying updated with relevant laws and regulations, and monitoring new and emerging issues. Laws are state-enforced rules that mandate or prohibit specific behaviors, forming a systematic body that governs society with the authority of a governing body. In contrast, ethics are moral principles that define socially acceptable behavior, governed by individual, legal, or professional norms rather than state authority. Ethics, influenced by cultural mores, include areas such as workplace and environmental ethics. Policies serve as organizational laws, providing guidelines and managerial directives that outline acceptable and unacceptable employee behaviors in the workplace. These policies must be carefully crafted and implemented to ensure they are comprehensive, appropriate, and equitably applied to all employees. Laws establish the standards, procedures, and principles that must be adhered to. Unlike policies, where ignorance may be excusable, ignorance of the law is not acceptable. Law can be broadly categorized into 4 types: civil, criminal, private, and public. Civil law governs relationships among individuals and organizations, encompassing a diverse range of legal matters. Criminal law focuses on activities and conduct harmful to the public. Private law regulates relationships between individuals and organizations, covering areas such as family, commercial, and labor law. Public law, on the other hand, oversees the structure and administration of government agencies and their interactions with citizens, employees, and other governments. Liability refers to the legal responsibility of an organization, wherein an employee's actions, whether authorized or not, result in an illegal or unethical act causing harm. In such cases, the employer may be held financially accountable for the consequences. Due care encompasses immediate implementation of mitigation procedures to ensure security. This involves the establishment of security policies, procedures, and standards aimed at safeguarding information. It is imperative as it prevents the unfair exposure of others to unnecessary risks due to negligence. Moreover, due care highlights the importance of organizational liability awareness and the necessity for legal counsel in addressing these matters effectively. Due diligence involves conducting thorough research and exercising caution before engaging in any agreement or contract with another party. It entails ensuring that tasks are carried out correctly and, if needed, repeating them to maintain accuracy. Ultimately, due diligence is a conscientious effort to safeguard the interests of all involved parties. Jurisdiction refers to the official authority vested in a court to make legal rulings and judgments. It encompasses a court's ability to hear a case when a wrongdoing occurs, extending its reach either nationally or internationally. Various governments, notably the USA, have played pivotal roles in crafting and enforcing information security laws, aiming to foster a dependable business landscape and ensure economic stability. These regulations underscore the significance of safeguarding information, delineating consequences for both individuals and entities found in violation of civil and criminal statutes. Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986 stands as a foundational piece of legislation in the realm of computer-related federal laws, serving as a cornerstone for enforcement efforts. This act establishes and formalizes laws aimed at combating threats stemming from computer-related acts and offenses. Computer Security Act of 1987 represents one of the initial endeavors to safeguard federal computer systems by setting forth minimum acceptable security practices. It primarily focuses on enhancing information security within federal agencies. General computer crime laws underwent significant modifications with the enactment of the National Information Infrastructure Protection Act of 1996, which amended various sections of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986. This amendment heightened penalties for specific offenses, with severity determined by factors such as the information's value and the perpetrator's intent, whether for commercial advantage or private financial gain. Additionally, the USA Patriot Act of 2001 expanded law enforcement powers, granting them greater flexibility to address activities linked to terrorism. Privacy is a significant concern within information security, garnering considerable attention. It encompasses the right of individuals or groups to safeguard personal information from unauthorized access. The capacity to combine data from various origins enables the formation of extensive information repositories previously unattainable. Information aggregation involves gathering and organizing diverse data and opinions into a useful format. Methods include search engines, social media platforms, and news aggregators. Identity theft occurs when an individual steals someone's personally identifiable information and uses it to impersonate the victim, often to conduct fraudulent actions or make unauthorized purchases. The Federal Trade Commission plays a crucial role in overseeing initiatives aimed at fostering coordination among law enforcement agencies, facilitating effective prosecution of criminals involved in identity theft, and implementing methods to enhance restitution for victims affected by such crimes. Economic Espionage Act of 1996 was enacted by Congress to safeguard American innovation and intellectual property by preventing the illegal sharing of trade secrets. Aimed at protecting sensitive information, this law imposes penalties for economic espionage. In 1999, Congress introduced the Security and Freedom Through Encryption Act to address concerns surrounding encryption use. This legislation sought to offer guidance on encryption practices while also ensuring public protection against government intrusion. Together, these laws represent efforts to balance the protection of intellectual property with individual privacy and security concerns. Copyright law of the United States provides monopoly protection for original works of authorship, encompassing intellectual property in various formats, including electronic. Proper acknowledgement allows for the inclusion of excerpts from others' work as references, particularly in educational or library contexts, without infringing on copyright, provided the use is non-commercial. Payment card industry data security standards provided by the PCI Security Standards Council establish a set of performance standards that organizations handling payment card transactions must adhere to. Its primary objective is to bolster the security of customer account data. PCI DSS addresses 6 key areas: building and maintaining secure networks and systems, protecting cardholder data, implementing a vulnerability management program, enforcing strong access control measures, regularly monitoring and testing networks, and upholding information security policies. Compliance with these standards is essential for organizations to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of payment card information and to mitigate the risk of data breaches. Federal computer laws primarily target federal information systems, with limited relevance to private organizations. Therefore, information security professionals must focus on understanding and adhering to state regulations to ensure organizational compliance. This responsibility encompasses staying abreast of state-specific laws and implementing necessary measures to meet regulatory requirements. In the global landscape of online business, organizations operate across borders, necessitating an understanding and adherence to diverse legal frameworks and ethical standards. Professionals engaging in such ventures must navigate the intricacies of various cultural, societal, and national norms. However, due to the intricate political dynamics between nations and the vast differences in cultural contexts, international laws addressing aspects like privacy and information security remain relatively sparse. This underscores the importance of comprehensive strategies and sensitivity to the nuances of different jurisdictions when conducting business internationally. Computer security laws in the UK encompass several key regulations. The Computer Misuse Act of 1990 established offences related to computer misuse, delineating actions deemed illegal. The Privacy and Electronic Communications (AIC) Directive, regulations of 2003 address protection against unwanted or harassing communications via phone, email, or SMS. Police and Justice Act of 2006 amended the Computer Misuse Act, revising penalties and introducing new offences termed as unauthorized acts with intent to impair operation of computer, etc. These laws collectively aim to safeguard against various forms of cyber threats and unauthorized access to computer systems. Council of Europe Convention on Cybercrime established an international task force aimed at supervising Internet security functions to enforce standardized technology laws globally. Its primary objective is to standardize technology laws across international borders, enhancing the efficiency of international investigations into breaches of technology law. Agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights was established by the World Trade Organization as a landmark international initiative aimed at safeguarding intellectual property rights. It addresses several crucial aspects, including the provision of sufficient protection for these rights, enforcement mechanisms to be implemented by individual nations within their territories, and the resolution of intellectual property disputes among WTO member states. TRIPS stands as a comprehensive framework guiding the global approach to intellectual property protection, reflecting a concerted effort to harmonize regulations and standards across borders. Digital Millennium Copyright Act represents the U.S. contribution to a global initiative aimed at curbing copyright, trademark, and privacy infringements, notably by dismantling technological copyright protection measures. Similarly, the European Union enacted Directive 95/46/AIC to bolster the protection of personal data while ensuring its free flow. In alignment with this directive, the United Kingdom has instituted the database right to enhance data protection and manage its movement. Ethics in information security lacks the binding codes present in many professional disciplines. While various professional associations and certification agencies strive to uphold ethical standards and can prescribe ethical behavior, they often lack the authority to ban violators from practicing in the field. Cultural differences complicate the determination of ethical behavior, often leading to conflicts when the ethical standards of one nationality clash with those of another. These ethical dilemmas are commonly seen in scenarios involving software license infringement, illicit activities, and the misuse of corporate resources. Education plays a pivotal role in broadening ethical perspectives within a community. In the context of employment, it is crucial to continually train and inform employees about the expected conduct of ethical behavior, alongside other pertinent topics such as information security. This ongoing education ensures that individuals are equipped with the necessary knowledge and awareness to uphold ethical standards in their professional roles. To prevent unethical and illegal behavior, one must address its three main causes: ignorance, accidents, and intent. Deterrence emerges as the most effective strategy, employing measures such as laws, policies, and technical controls to dissuade individuals from engaging in such activities. By implementing robust deterrence mechanisms, organizations can significantly mitigate the risk of unethical and illegal conduct within their operations. Effectiveness of laws and policies in deterring illegal or unethical behavior hinges on three key factors: the fear of facing penalties, the likelihood of being caught, and the probability of those penalties being enforced. Without these conditions in place, deterrent measures may fail to effectively curb such behaviors. Professional organizations across various industries have implemented codes of ethics to guide the conduct of their members. Security professionals, in particular, bear the responsibility of upholding ethical standards outlined by both their employer, professional organization, and societal laws. Department of Homeland Security oversees various directorates aimed at safeguarding the United States and its assets. Directorate of Information and Infrastructure focuses on detecting and addressing cyber attacks on national information systems and critical infrastructure. Directorate of Science and Technology conducts research and development to bolster homeland defense, identifying vulnerabilities to enhance security measures. National Infra Guard program is a collaborative effort involving public, private, and academic organizations, serving its members through multiple channels. National Security Agency serves as the nation's cryptologic organization, specializing in coordinating, directing, and executing activities to safeguard U.S. information systems and gather foreign intelligence. On the other hand, the U.S. Secret Service is responsible for detecting and apprehending individuals involved in federal offenses pertaining to computer fraud and false identification crimes within the United States. Association of Computing Machinery, recognized as the world's inaugural educational and international information systems security certification consortium, Inc., operates as a non-profit entity dedicated to advancing information security through the creation and administration of certifications and credentials. Information Systems Audit and Control Association emphasizes auditing, control, and security, welcoming both technical and managerial experts. Meanwhile, Information Systems Audit and Control Association operates as a non-profit society dedicated to uniting qualified information security practitioners under a shared mission. SANS institutes Global Information Assurance Certification, offering certifications in 4 key areas: security administration, security management, IT audits, and software security. Thank you for watching.